to differ. I think a beer can floats. So I think the trophy would have actually floated a little bit, and somebody would have been able to grab it before it sank to the bottom. Look, I've been around Tom a long time. We've had some fun, and I can tell you this, just a little info on Tom. I've never seen somebody chug a beer faster than Tom Brady. The guy can just bang right down as quick as possible. I was shocked at how fast, and it doesn't happen often. It's very rare. Let me put that out there. Very, very rare that happens. It's only when you win Super Bowls or you're receiving rings. Like, that's always fun when you go into the ring ceremony. That's pretty much the extent that you're going to see Tom in this condition. But guess what? He's human, and we all like to have fun.
Jeff, what was your tag phrase, your catchphrase for this whole thing?
America loves drunk Tom Brady. I mean, it's like the quiet guy who shows up for dinner and has a few too many cocktails. Who doesn't love that once in a while? I'm sorry, I understand, everybody's freaking out about this. That looks like so much fun. And when the guy who will eat avocado ice cream does it, it makes it even better. America loves drunk Tom Brady.
I agree. Put it on the screen. Make banners. Make whatever it is you want. Make car signs. Whatever it is you want to do. Torrey Smith, you bring to these celebrations. You won a couple of Super Bowls in your career. What do you think of all this?
I mean, I love it. It made Tom Brady relate to so many different families around the country where they have the drunk uncle who's just happy to be there and he's bringing good energy, and it was all innocent. So I love seeing him having fun. He earned it. Exactly. And that was the first time I felt like it made him feel just completely normal. And he was enjoying the moment. It was fun to watch.
That's hilarious. I don't know much about your family, Torrey, but I can tell you that I drank with my uncles a few times. No human beings have ever reminded me less of Tom Brady than my uncles. That's just me. I can't speak to you. I've never met any of you. I had two uncles. I'm telling you right now, they did not remind me in any way of Tom Brady. And when I said car signs, I was trying to come up with bumper stickers, and somehow I couldn't. But one way or another, that's what it is. But again, Nico, that seems so unkeeping with the person we think that he is. It's sort of like Belichick. Behind closed doors, they can be a little different than the images that they present.
Well, look, I mean, Tom is the ultimate professional, and I think we all see that every single time he's on television after a game and doing an interview, or the way he trains, and you watch his social media accounts, and basically he lives the TB12 way. I mean, everything that he does with hydration and the TB12 drops and the TB12 food and the meals and the chef and everything. But look, at the end of the day, we like to have fun. People like to watch that. Tom likes to have fun. I'm sure your uncles wouldn't eat avocado ice cream, but guess what? We all like to watch people have fun and enjoy themselves, and I love seeing Tom have fun.
No, I think you've got that part of it 100% right. If you ever seen my uncles eat, you would know there was no avocado injury. So that seems to be going well. That's good. But Jeff Darlington, here's where I want to begin today, because the news continues to be, every time I ask, no, the Cowboys still feel as though they're going to get this done. As every day goes by, that feels less and less likely with everything that has happened. What is it that gives the Cowboys the impression that they have any chance of getting the deal they want with Dak Prescott?
Greeny, I feel like it's trying to rationalize with the irrational to answer that question. It just doesn't make sense. And to your point, okay, here's the problem I have with this. It feels like every day that progresses forward, it's less likely. I remember having a conversation years ago with the general manager of the Washington football team at the time, Scott McLuhan, about Kirk Cousins and the deal there. And every day that went by, he knew that they were not going to sign Cousins to a long-term deal. And by the way, here's why. Dak Prescott can play for $37.7 million on the franchise tag this year. That's a 20% bump from last year. So all of a sudden, the goalposts move. The starting point per year changes. So I just don't understand. I will be so impressed if the Cowboys and Dak are able to get to a deal that they haven't gotten to this point, because it feels like every day it's going to get progressively harder. We will see. We've said it a million times. We will wait and we will see. From my seat, I don't see how this gets done.
No, you use the word impressed. I'll be stunned if they're able to get a deal done. And we all know what, if you do the same thing over and over again and hope to get a different result, we know what they call that. That's what they're doing in Dallas. Torrey Smith, you've been down the block a couple of times on this sort of thing. What are you seeing happening here?
Yeah, I don't see a deal being done, in the next few weeks. Why? They haven't done it yet. And it's the most frustrating thing as a player, understanding the franchise tag. Dak Prescott has done everything right. They tagged them, and it's a tool for teams to just simply buy time. Well, what are you waiting for? It's been years. Pay the man. There's no difference between rushing to finish it before the deadline and getting it done today, which I understand Dak's frustrations, even though he handles it great. There's so many other guys who I know would be losing their mind. They would have leaks out and stories about their feelings, but Dak's been respectable the whole time, and they still aren't paying the guy. So I think it's something that's going to get done. If it's going to happen, it's going to be before camp and right before that deadline. But, I mean, we'll see what happens.
That's on into July, and so many things have to happen between now and then. Ninko, what are you seeing here?
So this kind of reminds me when I was with my kids. We were down in New Orleans, and there was a merry-go-round, right? And I got on the merry-go-round with my kids, and I'm on this thing, and one song goes, and I'm looking at my watch, and I'm looking, another song goes, and I look again. I'm like, how long am I going to be on this merry-go-round? Because it feels like this is a never-ending merry-go-round. It's very slow. There's really not much action going on. I'm looking at the horse next to me just slowly move up and down, up and down. So for me, it seems like this merry-go-round's never going to end, and I really think that any negotiation, anything that they had on the table is completely wiped away clean because of the fact that his cap number or his actual franchise tag number has increased. I don't know the percentage. Jeff, what'd you say, 30%? So in that particular instance, he's going to make, yes, exactly. He's going to make more money. So the Dallas Cowboys, if they want to keep him as their quarterback, they're going to have to come up a lot and get off the merry-go-round.
Jeff, here's what's going to happen. They're going to tag him. If he plays this year on the tag, they're going to pay him an insane amount of, far more than they were ever bargaining to pay him, and then he's going to walk away as an unrestricted free agent next year. That's what's going to happen in Dallas.
They missed the window. The window was there. The window was there probably 2 years ago. And I get it, by the way, one thing quickly. I get that we can look at what the Rams and the Eagles did by extending their guys too early, and then everybody's saying, why did you do that? Now Dallas is saying, well, there's a risk in that too. I get it. It just feels like they missed the window, Greeny.
Yeah, because you don't get judged based upon whether you did the right thing at the time. You get judged based on the result. So in Los Angeles and in Philadelphia, we didn't think it was the wrong thing to do at the time. That's our job. We first guess, and then they get judged based upon how it turns out. With the Cowboys right now, this thing is getting further and further from the resolution that they want, regardless of what they think or say.